Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Will. We are back with some more Honkai Star Rail today, and we are going to be getting into it, continuing where we left off with going to see Topaz. But I just found out something interesting. So this is kind of a detail that a lot of video games do, but how they handle it sometimes varies. Where if a character has an idle animation, and if they say something or like I don't know, do something that makes noise in their idle animation, usually it's pretty like upfront because like you're following the main character, so you're kind of just like boom, there's the audio for it. I didn't realize it, but even for like the little things that they do or their idle animation is dynamic.
Nice.
Yeah, like even that, like this room is large, so it would have an echo to it. So when he does his idle animation, it sounds more dynamic within a larger room than it does opposed to like outside or in a small room. Like, oh, cool! I didn't realize they did that. Because again, it's an idle animation, so a lot of the times they don't really do that extra step. It's just kind of a very forward audio piece that's like right there, boom, and they don't actually make it dynamic some of the times. All right, we are here. All right, let's go there. We're going to phase Topaz and be all like, fuck, oh shit, lady. Finally, yes. Nighty McNightins.
The Supreme Guardian has briefed me on the situation and asked that I assist you in locating Topaz. Ready to enter Rivet Town? We'll go in together when everyone is set. Keep your guards up. We might run into IPC agents ahead.
Let's do it. Oh, okay, they're level. Oh, wait, hold on. They're ice, fire. Oh, we should be good with our... Alright. Start this.
Destination reached.
Are we gonna get a new area we can...
Wow, would you look at that? Huh. I never would have guessed it'd be here. But I don't see any mech or weapons. This place is completely surrounded by mountains. Surely they can't be.
Affirmative. The weapons are concealed within the towering rock formations.
No wonder we couldn't find the automaton factory. It was right under our noses all along.
Yeah, they want us to start building them an army.
You said these weapons have been hidden here from the very beginning? That means the architects of Eurillo 6 never used them in their fight against the Legion.
Correct. After the IPC departed from this world more than 700 years ago, no one has possessed the necessary knowledge for activating these weapons. The architects used the IPC blueprints to construct replica automatons. However, the overwhelming majority of the combatants, commanded by Elisa Rand, were human.
I see. The stories about this world are truly captivating.
I would like to ask you a question, Topaz.
You're awful polite for a big robot. Ask. Don't be shy.
If the IPC does not intervene, this world is doomed. Are you convinced of this conclusion beyond any doubt?
Yes. I've gone through countless case studies, and they all point to the same conclusion. Any world that comes into contact with a Stellaron is doomed. On the surface, things may appear to be getting better since the Astral Express lent a helping hand. But sooner or later, the underlying problems will resurface. A looming crisis can often lie hidden beneath the illusion of prosperity, unnoticed by many.
Understood.
Understood. That's it? You don't have any thoughts on the matter?
Emotional readings indicate that your response is sincere and accurate. That is all I wish to confirm regarding this matter. While my opinion on the future of this planet may differ from yours, it ultimately holds no weight. I am merely a tool, not the decision maker.
If only my colleagues had the same self-awareness as you. Come on, Numby. We've got some assessing to do.
Not sure what she means though. After the he said underlying factors will like come about.
Topaz disappeared after leaving Rivet Town. In her absence, her subordinates flooded in and took over.
The IPC soldiers are well equipped. It wouldn't be wise to fight them head on.
Okay,
Captain, what do you have in mind?
I can't remember how the Stellaron first ended up here. I think didn't it just like fall from the sky one day or some shit? I can't remember. So what does that mean though? Because they were talking as if the factors that brought the Stellaron here in the first place will repeat itself. Somehow. So it's like, what does that mean? It feels like there's probably some info about the Stellarons that we as the player do not yet have, that possibly Topaz has. But ultimately it's like, oh yes, I need to save them. Even if they don't know any better. Well, guess what? You can give them the information and then they can make their own decisions. And if they choose not to go with you, that's their choice, man. Sometimes people gotta make the mistakes themselves.
You're right.
So we'll see how this plays out.
We'll be using the automaton stealth bomb to cover our tracks.
Automaton stealth bomb?
The little guy that explodes when you beat him.
I'll explain later. Let's get moving.
Alright. Will we get an expansion here? Like some new hallways, maybe?
Look, down there! It's the IPC!
Keep noise to a minimum, everyone. We don't want to alert the enemy to our presence. It's time to deploy the automaton stealth bomb. Are you ready? Use the automaton stealth bomb to wipe out the IPC threats. Remember, try to avoid being noticed. Remaining hidden will increase our chances of success.
I feel like this is the type of game where nobody ever really is going to die. Like, oh no, they got injured and are now off screen.
SFP detected.
Oh, wow! We wiped them all out in a single explosion!
There was one.
That's what you call efficiency!
It's a shame we had to resort to this method, but we had no choice.
You Silvermane guards sure are a righteous bunch.
So March changed her clothes when we were here. I think she might have changed them back. Yeah, we count. So I'm assuming they probably got costume change for some characters, I think.
I've seen standard issue robots like these before. It's an IPC field team leader.
Correct. The exterior is similar to the Grizzly, but its weapons and armor are more advanced. Hopefully the automaton stealth bomb will still be effective. Let me know when you're ready. Are you ready? Use the automaton stealth.
I don't understand this part. I mean, we're clearly, like, we're in a dungeon, so we can't really leave or do anything else. So we kind of just have linear progression. But did they put in this weird roadblock of, like, you have to re-talk to this guy every time? It's like, it's a literal straight path that we're doing for the main story. Let's just get to the point and just automatically go into this.
Try to avoid being noticed. Remaining hidden will increase our chances of
Like,
success.
there's no point in us having free roam. After we get to this marker, we should just automatically be able to go from conversation and into... Oh.
It's all right. We prepared many backups. Are you ready?
That was my bad. I was hoping the radius was a bit bigger and we could...
Finding goals, thinking outside the box.
Damn it.
Oh no!
I was hoping
alright.
staying off to the side
prepared.
would allow them...
Are you ready? Remember,
This just feels so awkward. There we go. I just needed to move fast enough to be able to get both of them.
Woohoo!
Woo!
The coast is clear!
to be honest, I didn't think it would be so powerful. Good thing everything went according to plan.
Oh wait, yeah, I do remember there was a path we never did go down, I don't think.
This is the road that Topaz took when she left Rivet Town.
Let's find her and tell her about Bronya's decision.
This time, the gloves are off!
Need to figure out what his idea. Need any treasure chests?
Mr. Svarog? Are you alright? I hope Topaz and her IPC henchmen didn't hurt you.
Greetings, outsiders. System functions are normal. I have had no conflict with the IPC's representatives. Such a result would be highly undesirable. Topaz is ahead. She had the means to force me to comply with her orders, but chose not to. From her perspective, the only way to preserve Belobog is by incorporating it into the IPC. While I do not agree with her viewpoint, I lack the computational power to provide evidence to the contrary. While it is unlikely, I still encourage the avoidance of any potential conflicts.
Unlikely potential? Meaning there could still be conflicts.
Don't worry, March. The Express never pursues conflict as a first means. But if it comes down to it, we won't back down either. That's how it's always been.
Himiko's right. As long as we can look at ourselves in the mirror and know we did the right thing, that's all that matters.
Someone who doesn't seek out conflict, we seem to keep running into it pretty frequently. Alright, well, I'm trying to think how we can do this peacefully. Which, by the way, her team, like, she seems like a fairly somewhat peaceful person. She needs to get her team on lock, because most of the guys she brought were complete fucking assholes that only stopped, like, acting like assholes once their yearly bonus was threatened. It's like, bro, your underlings need to get their shit together.
Why would Topaz come here? Is she looking for something?
Yes.
It's possible. Many mysteries lurk beneath the surface of this world.
Oh, this is a boss arena if I've ever seen one. Real Final Fantasy VII vibes.
Oh, hey there, slowpokes. I was starting to think you weren't gonna show up. This lady next to Miss March looks oddly familiar.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Topaz. I'm Himiko, the Astral Express's navigator.
Oh, wow. I remember now. The illustrious Miss Himiko. Some of my colleagues dream about meeting you. Of course, the Nameless have quite the reputation. You're following in the footsteps of the great Akavili, after all.
I'm pleased to see how well everyone's been getting along. Topaz, based on your greeting, I presume you have a good grasp of the current situation?
Of course! The deadline has already passed, but Branya still hasn't signed the contract. I think I can guess what's holding her back.
Please, don't misunderstand us, Miss Topaz. We have no intention of opposing the IPC or its board of directors. But we have very dear friends on Eurolo 6. Standing idly by and watching them sign an unfair contract goes against everything the Nameless are about.
Miss Himeko, sorry for interrupting, but this doesn't sound like a negotiation.
We needn't waste our time, March. She made her decision 10 minutes ago.
There's no fooling the Astral Express. You're absolutely right. Differing views don't necessarily mean one person is right and the other is wrong. However, to keep things moving forward, there's usually only one solution.
Huh? What do you mean?
My superiors have granted me the approval I need. I wish. So many eager faces. I won't keep you in the dark any longer. Approval to launch an attack on the members of the Astral Express.
Dick move, bro.
The best kept secret to getting something over the line? Always be ready to turn the tables. Go, Numby.
Yeah, this is gonna be a game no one's ever gonna die. Feels like all threats become completely neutral.
Projects under my wing have no room for error.
Alright, it's only level 50. We'll be able to take fuckers out.
Strike with heart. Told you I could fight. Phew! Try that again. Impressive. You can't run.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Lands at the ready. Hit.
How many can you block? Bladed flush. Told you I could fight. Here.
No, I'm gonna hold off on that until after the... Oh, fuck, they heal. I forgot those are the healing type. Oh, fuck my... Alright.
It's time.
Time for swordplay. Strike with heart. Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move. Practice is over. Swords to
This is such a waste of overdoing. Oh, really? He's not, like, done? Oh, he's got, like, a sliver.
Nap time.
I'm on guard. Lance ablaze. Lance.
Going down.
How many can you block? Impressive. That hurts. Try that again. Here. Time for swordplay. You can't run. Gotta try hard some. Watch this awesome move.
Bro, are you kidding me? Like, die. Holy shit. That dude was, like, right on the cusp for a while.
Bladed flush.
I'm okay.
Try that again. Phew. You can't run. Try that again.
That'll take more than medicine.
Lance at the ready.
A one-time enemy.
Oh, really? Dang, once again, it's just like always just such a sliver damage. Oh, one down.
That'll take more than medicine.
Thanks a lot. You can't run!
Time for swordplay. Strike with heart.
Tough luck running into me! Phew!
Naughty child. That's better.
Try that again! Told you I could fight!
Buster. The Buddy Buster. Aw, jeez.
How many can you block? Bladed flight.
Try that again! Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move!
Practice is over. Swords descend.
Lance ablaze.
Oh, dude. Nice. I got a reward for that. I think it's been because I broke his shield and killed him at the same time. On the same ult.
Here!
I'm on guard.
You can't run! My turn!
Nap time. I'm okay.
Try that again! Gotta try hard some. Watch this awesome move! Told you!
Time for a shot.
Lance ablaze. Lance.
Alright, I don't think we'll be able to break him. Oh my... How is his health still not going down that much? Like, goddamn.
Bladed flight.
Oh. That was slow, bro.
You can't run!
Might as well. We haven't used her ult the entire match, so might as well.
I can breathe easy
Tough
again.
luck running into me! Phew! Try that again!
Practice is over. Swords descend.
So, just so little damage.
I'm okay. Nap time.
Okay.
You can't run! Gotta try hard some. Watch this awesome move!
Going down.
Here!
Naughty child. That's better.
Try that again! You can't run!
Nightstick.
Try that again!
Lance at the ready. Hit.
Tough luck running into me! You can't run!
That'll take more than medicine.
Nice teamwork.
Gotta try hard sometime. Watch this awesome
Alright.
move!
Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Time for swordplay. Bladed flight.
My turn!
Practice is over. Swords descend.
Oh, nice bonus.
Nap time.
Oh, oh, so little. So little.
How many can you block? Strike with heart.
Here! Try that again.
Time for a shot.
I'm on guard.
Are we gonna fight her now?
Incredible. No wonder the Astral Express is so highly regarded. Finished warming up? Now it's my turn.
Stop! All of you, put down your weapons.
Branya! You're here just in time. Things were about to get out of control.
Supreme Guardian. I was starting to wonder whether you'd left the Express crew to fend for themselves. That would hardly be becoming of you.
I would never do such a thing. There was an important matter that required my attention.
More important than this?
Yes. I think you'll understand the significance once you see it. In short, I need you to help us evaluate our current progress.
Help you? That's interesting. I was under the impression you'd already decided to obstruct our operations here.
I have read your letter word for word, Miss Topaz. And your childhood experiences truly touched me. Your hometown once experienced a similar catastrophe to Yarilo 6. So I can understand your perspective on the issue and the position you have taken. It's because of this empathy you have that I still hold out a glimmer of hope. Despite all that's happened, I hope we can still find common ground through peaceful means.
I have to admit, talking to you is always such a pleasure. I apologize for my behavior just now. It was, inappropriate. I admire your determination. Seeing as we've come, this far, I've changed my mind. I'll hold off a little longer and see what you have to show me. But remember, winning over the higher-ups won't be easy.
I understand. That's why I've been taking things one step at a time. The first step was changing your mind. Members of the Express, we'll need your help too.
This is such bull. I hate when they do that, where they resolve conflict in ways to make it seem like, oh yeah, this was all meaningless, kind of. We could have just talked things out from the beginning instead of making it a big drama farm. Ending in a meaningless boss fight where nobody gets hurt, injured, dies, or like anything really changes. I hate when they do that. Because it just makes it seem meaningless. Bro.
What a dismal sight. This district. Have you been here before?
Yes. This is where we put an end to it all.
And then began again.
That's right. Kyle, sorry for the delay. Are we clear to proceed?
The path ahead is clear, Madam Guardian. You and your companions can proceed north without hindrance.
Excellent. The mountain road ahead is a little treacherous. Watch your step. Let's go.
Oh, are we heading up to where the boss fight was?
What is this place? We've never been here before, right?
We've only recently discovered this domain. Let's keep moving forward. What I want to show you is just ahead.
I like that they use cutscenes, like, fairly regular. In Genshin, it's usually opening cutscene, ending cutscene. That's it, for a lot of stuff.
Look, the people of Belobog have not given up. I just want to give them a chance. Do you two recognize that broken down machine over there? I thought you might. Miss Topaz, I know you've done a lot of research into Belobog. I was wondering if there was any information on the engine of creation in your records?
Not at all. Which is why I find it so incredible. Such a massive feat of engineering, yet there's not a single mention of it in any of the Strategic Investment Department's reports.
I may know the reason why. The engine of creation was constructed solely by the people of Belobog, without any external assistance. The project was led by the first Supreme Guardian, Alyssa Rand. While warriors fought on the front lines, the engineers worked tirelessly behind the scenes, designing and constructing it.
So what you're saying is, the engine of creation was a weapon constructed by the Belabogians themselves?
Yes, but not entirely. The engine of creation was commissioned for combat shortly after its completion, and played a significant role in the battles against the Legion. But Alyssa Rand had a long-term vision, one that nobody anticipated. For a long time, this feat of engineering was codenamed the Geological Reconstruction Unit. It was actually given a much grander purpose: to help the Belabogians rebuild their homeland and restore their world to its former glory, after driving away all those who threatened it.
Remarkable. A vision that would transcend both time and generations of Belabogians. Madame Rand was truly an inspiring leader. Not to take away from the Supreme Guardian in front of me. She's quite the inspiring leader as well.
Thank you. But I didn't really do anything. All I did was bring the people of Belobog together and make them aware that our hard-earned freedom was under immense threat once again. If we want to preserve this freedom, we must act and show those who doubt us that we Belobog have the will and the ability to control our own destiny. The outcome of our mobilization speaks for itself. The children of Belobog have made their decision. They have chosen to preserve this homeland with their own two hands.
I must say, I didn't anticipate this at all. I'll fight for this opportunity for you, Branya. I shouldn't have conflated your own circumstances with my childhood. That was a serious lapse of judgment on my part. My world never had a resolute leader, so people gave up on the idea of saving themselves long ago. But your civilization has persisted through the snow and storms for 700 years. A truly admirable feat.
Then, are you willing to retract your previous decision? As for the debt, we'll find a way to gradually repay it. But it'll take some time.
Unfortunately, the acquisition of Eurillo 6 is a strategic decision that's been approved by the IPC's top brass. Even if I wanted to overturn it, convincing them would be extremely difficult. Unless...
Don't worry, Miss Topaz. Myself and all of the nameless aboard the Astral Express are willing to vouch for this world.
Fantastic. That might just work. As for the reports and potential accountability, I'll handle it.
I don't know how I feel about that. The ex machina of her being just a super famous person that just by talking to them can like change their minds. Just like, come on, man. Like an entire world of people being dedicated to do this isn't enough. It's, oh no, some rando person on a Starlight Express that seems to be famous in academic circles needs to say like, oh, don't worry, they got this. Oh, well, okay. How many billions people didn't matter, but your one opinion did. Oh, okay. It's like, oh, come on, man. I hate when they do that. When they do a vast, well, not a vast, when they do an escalation into, like, a boss fight, and then it's like, you know what? Peace is possible. It's like, bitch, you sicked robots on us. Which is why I think no one ever dies in this series. Because it's like, you don't start a fight where you do, like, killer robot shit on people, and then nobody dies, and then afterwards everyone's like, you know what? We're all cool. Like, bro.
Miss Topaz, you mentioned accountability.
Don't worry, it's nothing I can't handle.
No, I meant.
There are more important things than titles and ranks. Finding the best solution is what matters most.
Actually, I was talking about accountability for the shit your soldiers have been doing around here.
If that's what they want to do, then so be it. I've long passed the stage of working just for money.
Thank you so much for all you've done. I never thought we'd drag the Express into a crisis again. Much less one that might cause a rift between you and the IPC.
A rift? I wouldn't go that far. Also, it's me who's mostly to blame. I didn't keep my subordinates in check.
Yeah.
Oh, thinking about a career change? Sure thing. I'll put in the best words I can.
I'm glad we're able to discuss some lighter topics. Well, you all need some rest after everything you've been through. I have arranged rooms for you all at the Goethe Hotel. Miss Topaz, if you need somewhere comfortable to stay.
I appreciate the offer, but I need to head back and deliver my reports. It's been great getting to know you both. I hope we can work together again in the future. Only next time under better circumstances.
It's getting late. Where to now?
I've been wondering, how did you figure out what was happening here on Belobog, Himeko?
Well, you know, keeping an eye on the crew is just another part of a navigator's job.
March was looking forward to the Soulwarm Festival for ages. Looks like she's missed her chance this time. I never thought this trip would be so... tiring. Time for bed.
In light of the events that have transpired, we will be taking the following disciplinary measures against you. Your rank will be demoted from P45 to P44 with corresponding adjustment to your basic salary. All bonuses for the current cycle will be revoked, including stock options and performance bonuses. You will need to submit an additional report regarding this incident to Diamond. If you have any objections to this penalty, you may also file an appeal in writing.
Talk about hell.
I have no objections.
Understood. Is there anything else anyone would like to add? If there are no further remarks, this meeting is concluded.
You only got demoted 1 rank? Whew, you dodged a bullet there. Pretty big project to mess up on. Someone must be looking out for you. Oh, they've already left the call. Ugh, this voice changer is driving me crazy.
Let me turn it off.
Aventurine, why are you still on the line?
Hey, what's with the hostility? It's not like I'm your boss. Oh, wait. I guess I am now. My apologies. I'm still getting used to my new place in the hierarchy.
Can I help you? If you've got something to say it already.
Oh, nothing important. Just checking in on you. I told you Eurillo 6 would be a high-risk, low-reward case. Why do you even bother? In our line of work, having a kind heart can be more of a liability than an asset. If you're not careful, you'll end up leading yourself down a dead-end road.
Anything else? If not, I'm hanging up.
Wait. Hold on a minute. Don't hang up. I get it. You're not in the mood for this conversation right now. Okay. How about this? Something that might interest you. While you were enjoying your playtime on Eurillo 6, Diamond was busy taking care of the head honcho of the Building Material Logistics Department. That's why he didn't attend today's meeting.
A Terravan?
That's right. The renowned Terravan. One of the 7 board members. He's throwing his support behind us instead of the Marketing Development Department for once. Oswaldo won't be laughing anymore. Diamond's been a great help to both of us. Your antics on such a crucial day can't exactly have painted the Strategic Investment Department in a good light, you know? Since you get the point, let's get down to business. I'm currently at Pier Point. There's a major deal that could affect the whole department. I just so happen to need a reliable project manager for the job. What do you say, old friend?
Huh. And what prompted the mighty Aventurine to start collaborating with others?
Penacony. What else?
What?
That's right. Now that's the kind of reaction I was hoping for.
Hold on a minute. Diamond picked you for this project? I was expecting someone like Opal or Obsidian to handle it. At least someone higher than rank P46.
Honestly, who knows? The family has some pretty questionable characters. If you ask me, doing business with them is a lost cause. But as we both know, the IPC does more than just business deals. Guess it's my time to shine. So, how about it? This is a rare opportunity. Consider it. You never know, you might even be able to make up for your blunder on your Eurillo 6.
I'll get back to you later. Seems like it's just one wild ride after another. I hope I made the right decision this time. The snow is mesmerizing.
Alright, so we completed that. What? Oh my gosh. If she got two kind of main stories, I guess. Trials of Equilibrium. Daily Adventure. Canyon. With the
Heave ho! Heave ho! Huh? Trailblazer, do you need help with something? Pom-Pom's been cleaning up this whole time and didn't see any letters. What? Ah, don't scare Pom-Pom like that! Why are there always strange things sneaking onto our train? Pom-Pom is going to upgrade the security level around here. What does the letter say? It looks like an invitation. Who could have sent it? Does Don Hong have any friends on the Law Fu? If Pom-Pom remembers correctly, he said he was exiled from there, right?
Unlikely. If the general sent the letter, he would have signed it.
Why don't you show Don Hong the letter? You know where to find him.
my bestie's bedroom.
Huh? What is it? Do you need something? There's no signature, and it doesn't mention a time or place. Looks like whoever sent this expects me to remember. Unfortunately, I'm going to disappoint them. Thanks, but I don't even know where to start. Let me hold on to the letter. Anything related to Dan Feng's past should be handled with care. Just as I thought. There was more than met the eye. Letting him leave first was a wise choice. I can't put him in danger again because of this. But if he didn't send the letter, then who did? Maybe I should make a trip to the seat of divine foresight. I need to ask Jing Yuan about the Stellaron hunters.
Oh. Okay, I guess we have her as a trial character for some reason. Alright, we only... What's that? Level 50. If this... Or it's just a power unit we got going on.
After all this time away from the Lawfu, the seat of divine foresight has only become more hostile. It's quite reassuring. Relax. You needn't be so cautious, young man. I'm just reminiscing about the old days. However, I never thought Jing Yuan would send you to accompany me. It would seem our fates are intertwined.
Huh?
I've got my work cut out for me today. Well, if it isn't Don Hung.
Greetings. I need to speak to the General about something.
Looking for compensation for the injuries I gave you? I accept full responsibility. They can deduct my next 100 years' salary if they like.
Wait, what? Oh my god. Okay, I feel like we're skipping shit. I don't remember them.
That won't be necessary. The Cloud Knights were doing their duty. I should be apologizing for any damage I caused myself.
You came at a bad time. The General is busy with urgent work. You probably won't be able to meet with him today. But he did leave a message. Don Hung. Do you recognize the person on the steps?
I can't say that I know her, but she does look a little familiar. Is she a guest of the General's?
You don't remember her? I see. I suppose the memories of your previous life really were wiped clean after the rebirth.
Oh, you mean like how everyone is?
That
I
is
think.
Jing Liu, the previous sword champion of the Xianzhou Lawfu. She was the closest friend of Imbibitor Lune, your previous incarnation. She was also the General's master. According to records of wars past, her blade has slain countless denizens of abundance. Not even the feather guards of the Wingweaver, the father wolf of the Borazin, or the gigantic mecha beast could withstand a single strike from her. She's a renowned legend. However, those are ancient stories. It's a shame that even a hero like her wasn't able to break free of Mara. It is said that in the end, Jing Liu lost her sanity and slaughtered anyone in sight. She was deemed a criminal and fled to outer worlds. With her powers, you'd think there would be no one capable of bringing her in. For some reason, she arrived on the Lawfu with a suspect disguised as a traveling merchant and said she wanted to turn herself in. Her surrender came with one condition: that she be allowed a day of freedom before the trial. She wanted to travel to Scale Gorge Waterscape and meet with her old friends one last time. I can't believe Jing Yuan actually agreed. Before he left, he ordered us to accompany Jing Liu during her last day on the Lawfu. We're hosting an honored guest. We're escorting a criminal.
Imbibitor Lune, you're here. Since you traveled all this way, why don't you come and talk with me? Or should I call you by your name in this lifetime? Don Hung. When I left the Xianzhou, I heard they took away your scales and horns, forced you into a hatching rebirth, and detained you in the shackling prison. I thought Imbibiter Lunae had been wiped from this world, but then I returned to the Luofu and watched as you parted the sea. After all these years, it was a magnificent sight to behold.
The life of Imbibiter Lunae ended. I stand before you, a completely different person.
I understand. The sins of a past life should be forgiven after rebirth. Now you are a nameless, traveling across the galaxy. But can anyone really bid farewell to their past? If my guess is correct, the Preceptors were unwilling to allow the Ichor line to end, and hoped for the Imbibiter Lunae's resurrection. That is why they tampered with the molting rebirth, and turned you into what you are now.
You're not here to reminisce on old times. Tell me why you're here.
You didn't hear? That Vidyadhara girl explained it clear as day. I returned to the Luofu so I could surrender myself to the Alliance and atone for my sins. I did, however, have one request before the trial. I asked to be given a single day to go and see old friends, and to fulfill promises I made long ago. Jing Yuan has always been an understanding person. He heard that you would be coming and agreed to my request.
So, you're the one that mailed the letter to the Express.
That's right.
The sea's depths conceal no stone, and dragons' breaths reveal the moon. The scenery of Scale Gorge waterscape is truly as magnificent as the poems describe. But as a suspect, shouldn't I be bound and interrogated in the shackling prison? Is it really appropriate to bring me to a place like this, General?
Holding you in the shackling prison would be more trouble than it's worth. For security purposes, we will be performing your trial here.
For security purposes? I suppose it's not my security you're talking about.
The Stellaron's descent, the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection, the Destruction Emanator's impersonation of the Amicassator. According to the Skyfaring Commission's investigations, you arrived on the Luofu with a group of merchants, but didn't make a single trade during your stay. Your departure coincided with the day the calamities took place. You took advantage of the chaos to sneak into the shackling prison, but seemingly took no course of action. Now you claim that you are responsible for the Stellaron crisis and wish to surrender yourself. Your behavior truly is puzzling. I can't seem to piece together your motive.
I was asked to deliver a token in my capacity as a traveling merchant. I knew nothing of its significance. I admit I did have my own agenda for entering the shackling prison, but in the end, I found that the Luofu did not possess what I was looking for. It is through fear of punishment that I am choosing to surrender. The galaxy is a vast place, but I am merely a wanderer. It would be silly of me to think that I could outrun the Alliance.
Merely a wanderer? You're too modest, Locha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the Eternity Fortress and the Shroud Veil Star Zone? Or must I utter that tongue twister of a name?
Well, they don't call you the Divine Foresight for nothing, General.
You flatter me. Fortunately, I did my research, or this conversation would have been quite dry.
Seeing that you sense something is amiss, are you looking to defend me and clear my name of suspicion?
That is beyond my control. Attempting to undermine the Alliance is a grave crime. According to protocol, you are to be held on the Xianzhou Shuling for a joint trial before the 10 Lords Commission and the 7 Arbiter Generals. However, at present, you have the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape. It will be the last view of the Law Fu you ever lay eyes on.
She told me that the High Cloud Quintet once gathered and feasted here hundreds of years ago. The unparalleled sword techniques of your master, the mesmerizing cloud hymn magic of Imbibitor Lunae Dan Feng, the artful piloting skills of Bai Heng, the divine weapons crafted by the Juming artisan Ying Xing, and the unmatched stratagem of the General. The 5 of you vanquished evil from the world, creating legendary tales in your wake. Unfortunately, nothing lasts forever, and the High Cloud Quintet disbanded as each of you went your separate ways. You removed me from the shackling prison and decided to interrogate me here. But not for security purposes. You wish to discuss things that shouldn't be overheard. You wish to discuss the one person you've avoided mentioning up to now. Your master, Jing Liu.
Meanwhile, I'll never not hear that voice in my head whenever I see that word.
We can head out now. I would like to visit a few places from my memories, enjoy a glass of wine, and reminisce about the good times.
Have you mistaken yourself for a tourist?
I would make a wonderful tourist. Lower your guard, young man. I have already surrendered myself to the Alliance, and I will keep my word. Besides Imbibitor Lunae, you must accompany me. I won't take no for an answer, regardless of whether you're still interested in your previous life. Accepting my letter means that you've accepted my invitation.
Lead the way.
Where should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Navalia first, or to the Artisanship Commission? So many memories are swirling inside my head. I can't get a grasp on any of them. When the people of the Xianzhou live to be more than 1,000 years old, each day is like carrying the weight of a mountain through an interminable maze.
How hard is it to choose a destination? We're going to Stargazer Navalia. Problem solved.
The young are the antidote. Stargazer Navalia it is.
If it's star skips you wanted to see, we could have headed to the Jade Gate. Why did we come all the way here?
Young man, Have you ever heard of Baihung, the Foxian pilot?
Baihung. I think I've seen that name somewhere before.
Let the noble High Elder drown the enemies in rain. We just need to watch from the sky, I presume?
Imbibitor Lunae, if memories are returning to you, share them.
I can't remember anything.
But you've learned how to lie. Well, that's all in the past now. The reason we came to Stargazer Navalia is because I wanted to pay tribute to her here.
Huh? You mean the Foxian soul-soothing ceremony?
Yes, the sending off of a star skiff. It represents the voyage of the deceased into the stars. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I never had the chance to bid farewell to her. It is something I have regretted to this day. As for procuring a star skiff, I know they can be manufactured here, but I know nothing of the process.
I see. Follow me. I don't know anything about manufacturing star skiffs either. But getting these machines to work shouldn't be too hard.
That was like 20 minutes.
Careful. There's still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
No need to worry about the two of us.
Hey, what the fuck?
How many can you block? Blade and flight!
Too late to repent.
Stand down.
Time for sword play.
Oh my god, he's so...
Strike with heart. Practice is over. Swords descend.
Too late to repent.
Tedious.
I've no...
Unworthy.
Lamps ablaze.
Okay, we're gonna have to look at Don Hung's setup, because he is getting bodied faster than anyone, even though he's level 50.
Past victories don't guarantee future ones.
Fucking every place we go where we actually start doing combat is a fucking dungeon that you can't actually change anything. That is so goddamn annoying. It's like, bro, come on. Like,
We've arrived. All ship production in Stargazer Navalia starts here.
you could at least give us a limited
Just
menu.
enter the command into the device. The vessel used to cultivate starskiff seeds will be activated, and a ship will appear in the skyport soon after. I remember now. I've seen Baihung's name in books before.
You like to read? I couldn't tell.
Hey, I don't read much, but the general forced me to finish a bunch of ancient volumes during my training. I remember one called Views of the Universe from a Star Skiff. The author's name was Baihung.
That's right. Baihung was the one who wrote that travelogue.
It was actually really interesting. 90% of it was about starskiff crashes on different worlds and dangerous situations. It also had records of local species and ecosystems. I remember thinking, how could an ace pilot crash land her starskiff so many times? Then I realized that every time, she made the best of the situation and got back alive. Her luck really was out of this world.
Indeed. Her luck always astonished us. Whenever she piloted a mission, you could almost guarantee a narrow escape from the jaws of some abundance behemoth, or a miraculous return from behind enemy lines. Very few starskiffs she piloted were able to return to port in one piece. The folks at the Skyfaring Commission secretly referred to her as the Star Skiff Killer. She also possessed an uncanny ability to predict future events, inauspicious ones at least. Every ill omen that came out of her mouth would sure enough come true. Very few Cloud Knights had the courage to accompany her on missions. However, when it came to surviving, her fortunes were incredible. Even in the worst situations imaginable, she was always able to turn the tide. Luck is a type of strength, after all. I hope that this ship, built for the Star Skiff Killer, will also be able to return to the stars.
Doing a lot of telling and not showing, and it doesn't help that got a very slow cadence
The Starskiff assembly line
to
has been
how
activated.
she speaks.
The Starskiff will take shape and enter the skyport. Let's go wait for it there. It won't be long.
I wish they'd give us like just a limited menu or something so we could change gear.
Thank you, young man.
God, Van Hung is gonna fucking die because he got dick.
See, the Starskiff is complete.
After being away from the Luofu for so long, I can finally say farewell to you.
So, what happened to Baihung in the end?
In the end, I do not think the details are necessary. We are here today to commemorate her. In Bibiter Lune, do you still remember the battle against Shuhu?
I can't remember anything.
Let me refresh your memory. During that battle, Baihung, being the headstrong girl that she was, managed to exhaust the luck that was bestowed upon her by the Rainbow Arbiter. She charged ahead and shattered the enemy's defenses, allowing the Xianzhou soldiers to break through Shuhu's sanguinary abyss and awaken you from your dragon's delirium. She was not able to walk out of that fight. We all shoulder a debt that we will never be able to repay. For the Cloud Knights, giving up one's life on the battlefield is an honor. But that wasn't something you believed in Bibiter Lune. You couldn't accept that Baihung was gone. Instead of leaving her to eternal rest, you decided to... You made a mistake that can never be undone. There is no need to respond, Bibiter Lune. Your answer is no longer important. And now, I will send off this star skiff.
Sometimes there'll be a character where their just cadence of speaking is just so fucking all the time. It drives me. Or they're just given so much extra dialogue that gives nothing conversation.
I brought your flagon. This was a gift handmade by him, though he never got the chance to give it to you in person. I'm sorry it took so long for me to find it. Only by bringing it to you will my nightmares be calmed. I will fulfill what you asked of me. I will keep my word, even if it requires me to cut down the stars in the sky. Let's go. The artisanship commission is next. Since the Arbor's resurrection, the land has been crawling with abominations. Even the Artisanship Commission's prized creation furnace is hanging on by a thread.
The crisis happened too suddenly. All the craftsmen and apprentices fled. Only a single master craftsman was left to hold the line until reinforcements arrived. That's how the creation furnace was saved.
Interesting. Stubborn beyond valuing his own life. That reminds me of an extremely arrogant acquaintance. If he were to see the chaos of the Artisanship Commission today, he would burst into laughter at the Cienjo's incompetence.
What's that supposed to mean? What's wrong with saving your own life and waiting for the Cloud Knights to arrive?
And yet where were the Cloud Knights when danger was at the door? From what I heard, it was a group of Outworlders that came to the rescue.
The Luofu's delves are big places. Besides, some of the troops were deployed to the Yao Qing's campaign. The Cloud Knights were spread thin. It was impossible to guard everywhere at once.
Young man, why don't we continue our previous contest? Show me whether the sword techniques you are so proud of have improved.
You just want me to do all the work. You think I'm gonna grant endless requests for a criminal?
You go on ahead this time. We'll meet up at the creation furnace.
Why did you send him away?
It is of no importance. But you and I haven't had a decent contest in ages.
I don't plan on fighting.
I'm not asking you to point your spear at me. Could it be that the abominations here aren't enough to motivate you?
This will strengthen our position.
I think I could have probably have gotten around them.
Rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed one bit.
When I move, it's like
you never forgot.
Life and death. This section is but a vision. Break!
Tedious.
It's time.
All will be revealed.
In lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
Such a waste of an all.
Blade fodder.
Strike the pot.
Hey, what's
Come
up?
on already. What took you so long this time?
Don't get anxious, Imbibitor Lunae. We have all the time in the world.
Something's not right. This was strength and artificial.
The spear still recognizes you as its master.
That's fine.
Imbibitor Lunae. Do you know who crafted it for you?
It's been with me ever since my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
Tedious.
There we go. Okay. No! God. Dang it. He was our powerhouse. That's not great.
Lamps ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Practice is over. Swords descend.
Too late to repent.
His ult is so slowly built, he's still yet to be able to do it. For like the last few matches. God damn it. This was such a terrible setup, and it's so fucking obnoxious that they tie like this long-winded main story bullshit into a fucking dungeon that you can't like alter anyone's gear on. It's like, if you're gonna not give us a menu, you could at least give us a limited menu that allows us to alter their gear. Because I forgot, I don't think I've set up Don Hung's stuff because we haven't been using them for a while. Yeah, we're fucking dead. Sucks.
Lamps ablaze.
One of our, might be our second time that we've straight up died. Fucking sucks.
Sacred of the safe.
How many can you block?
Yeah, we lost. So now what's going to happen though?
Come on already.
Oh, is that it? It's just gonna reset us here? Because this makes no sense. Why they make this be a dungeon? We're just like retreading old territory that we've already walked down, but for some reason they're locking us into it being like a dungeon setup where we can't access anything. Like, why the fuck do you do that? That's so dumb.
Something's not right.
The moon shines on the truth. The moon shines on the truth. This spear still recognizes you as its master. Imbibitor Lunae. Do you know who crafted it for you?
It's been with me ever since my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
And then they bring in these ass. I don't know why she's like ulted right off the top. God damn it. I hate the resurrection. That's so fucking obnoxious. Dude, I hate... It's like, I can't wait until we move on to the next area after this, because I severely hate these enemies where it's like, cool, you can take them out pretty easily. Oh, nope, they're resurrected. And it's like, the first half of the fight always feels like such a fucking waste of time. I hate it.
All will be revealed.
I seriously hope that they do not use that regularly as a mechanic for enemies, where they just come back after being defeated. It's really not a great mechanic, and it just makes it feel like shit. Like, just make the enemy tougher, then, instead of doing that bullshit of, like, any move you use on them in the first round will be completely fucking wasted. Because, yeah, they just do that shit. It's one of the worst mechanics. Just like an auto heal from death.
Ready for death? The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision.
God, he's so... How is he level 50 and still this weak? Like, I've even been, like, leveling up his moves and stuff, too. So it's like I have to fix his gear. Oh, are you fucking shitting me? That slam did that much damage?
Lamps ablaze.
Good lord.
Forward.
Practice is up, swords descend. Strike with heart.
No. Thank God.
All will be revealed in lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
Yeah, that's a nightmare.
You can continue to convince yourself that you are merely the reincarnation of Dan Feng and have nothing to do with his sins. And you can keep insisting that you have forgotten everything. But you cannot run from combat, Dan Heng. Your spearmanship is identical to Imbibitor Lunay's. Combat is like smelting, purging the impurities with burning flames and exposing a person's true nature. Those are the words of the one who made Cloudpiercer for you. Do you remember? Out of all of us, you were the closest to him. It was strange, really, to see someone so arrogant get along with someone so proud.
I'd rather leave this world in a blaze than live until the end of time. I will let all of the Xianzhou know that a brief moment of my life is worth more than their long and meaningless lives.
You still remember his name. When he was but a child, he swore to take revenge on the abominations. That's what drove him to travel across the stars to the Xianzhou to receive training. When I first met him, he wasn't even as tall as my sword. But he was boasting about mastering all the crafts of the Artisanship Commission by the time he was 100 years old. The little brat was no less arrogant than the High Elder. At first, I wasn't too fond of his defiant nature. But when we met again, he was able to craft weapons that astonished the Master Craftsman. He even snatched the Artisanship Commission title of Furnace Master.
Okay, what the fuck's going on? Like, Honkai Star Rail's been pretty good about their story so far. Except now they're falling into the tropes that Genshin does, where it's just like, single shot, still, nothing moving, focused on two people talking. Or, like, a 5 to 10 minute conversation. It's like one of the most static, boring things you can possibly do.
Unfortunately, the Alliance
And,
would
like,
never allow
Honkai
a
Star Rail
true
doesn't
life
normally do
species
this,
to
so
run
it's
the
like weird that they're
Artisanship
doing it all of a
Commission.
sudden.
He was only able to prove his worth alongside us outcasts in the end.
Alright, wow, we really fucked over that. Down here for a healing thingy. Yeah, and also another thing, we have items to, like, heal. Like, what's the point of having those if, like, this is like the second time today that we've entered in, like, this dungeon type zone, Whereas, like, what's the point of these dungeon zones? It, like, takes away so much of our abilities. And, like, what the fuck's the point of healing items if a lot of the times we'll enter into dungeons that keep us from using items in the first place? So it's like, bro. I hate dungeon setups so much.
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
You just make it irritating instead of actually fun. You want a good dungeon? Make the dungeon interesting and adventurous and creative. Not strip away some abilities that you have like 99% of the time. It just makes it fucking annoying.
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply couldn't keep up with you.
So, are we here to commemorate your short-life species friend?
Eavesdropping is a bad habit. Besides, when did I ever say he was no longer in this world?
Even the cryocapsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short-life species for long. If he is still alive, he must be ancient.
He transformed into a long-life species?
Correct. Such are the twists of destiny. Some people are born with unparalleled foresight and exceptional intelligence, but make the most ill-advised choices at destiny's crossroads. As smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt to use the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to aid Imbibitor Lunae in resurrecting his deceased companion. His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with immortality. His soul was shattered and became the evil that he hated most. The irony.
For an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
What did you do to him?
He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. But I gave him a different kind of freedom. I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. I let him die 100 deaths to remind him of the karma of his previous life. Afterward, I heard he was reborn and even gave himself a name. We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
Always sets it. It's weird how boring games get when they become so predictable.
As a follower of the Rainbow Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living beings turning into undying monsters, eventually used as sacrifices to the Abundance. What do you think should be done to put an end to it, General?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's edict to continue ridding the world of evil, so that one day Yaoshi might be vanquished and the cycle of life and death restored.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights continue the hunt. Their devotion and sacrifices are indeed commendable, but their devotedness has made them close-minded. Take me, for example. My powers originate from the Abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. The Hunt is not the only faction in the universe that wants Yaoshi dead. It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. To want to eliminate these thoughts would be equivalent to killing an eon. Such a goal is so impossible as to be laughable, to be honest. So, in order to sever Yaoshi's curse, one must look to the source for a different solution. Your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She has traveled many worlds and discovered a solution.
I'm listening.
I apologize, General. I'm afraid the next move will have to be made on the Shu Ling.
As I expected. Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme. You wish to avail yourself of the Ten Lords' decree to enter Shu Ling and stand before the 6 generals, even the Marshal. That is your true agenda. And the purpose of the contents of your coffin.
General, you said it yourself. This is beyond your control. It is the law of the Alliance. We cannot deviate from it.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed, Jingyuan. The man I knew would never have admitted he was bested.
In the meantime, honestly, it's
Order's already been restored to the Alchemy Commission. Why are we here?
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. For a checkup and consultation. Patience, young man. We're not far from Scale Gorge Waterscape. The mission the General tasked you with is about to come to an end.
Are you not feeling well? Please, come this way.
Miss Bailu. She's here for a consultation.
Oh, I see. Are you here for your eyes? Or is it something else?
My eyes are fine. I cover them to avoid seeing that which reminds me of the past and riles my inner demons. My thoughts have been disordered lately, and I experience occasional night terrors. Do you have a way to soothe my mind, Dragon Lady?
Those symptoms don't sound like my area of expertise. Who cares? The healers of the Alchemy Commission don't get to pick and choose their patients. Give me your hand. We'll start by checking your pulse. You'll need to take some translucent worms so I can take a closer look. Your hand! It's freezing! Please wait. Dunhung, can I speak to you for a minute? Your friend here has a very peculiar condition. Her pulse is extremely faint. Normally, this would mean that
She won't live much longer.
Let the healer make the professional diagnosis.
I feel like we haven't met her yet.
Your friend's situation is unique. She looks healthy, but her hands are cold as ice. It feels like there's a dark current running and pulsing between her core esse and her veins. I've never seen anything like it. With more research, I might be able to make a new entry in the medical records. Can you and your friend come back for follow-up visits?
Today's her last day on the Law Fu.
Ah, what a shame. If she could stay for a few days, I might be able to figure out how to cure her. I'll do my best. No matter what I administer, she's gonna need to drink a ton of warm water from this point on. Come with me. I'll prescribe her some soul-returning vitality infusion. It won't cure her, but I'll... Wait! Where did my big medicine box go? I'm sorry. Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were expelled, things have been a mess around here. Tanheng, you mind coming with me to retrieve my medicine? I could use your skills.
Are you in trouble, Dragon Lady? I'll come along as well.
No. No trouble at all.
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
I'm feeling like we're meeting all these.
I can smell the herbs. Hey! Give me back my medicine box! That thing runs so fast! Don't let it get away! There is an even bigger monster protecting this one! When did so many creatures start visiting the Alchemy Commission?
Careful.
Allow me to eliminate these obstacles, Dragon Lady. Stand back. The chill of my sword freezes everything in its path.
Help me improve. Blade and flight.
Stand down.
So this is why your hands are so cold!
Strike with heart.
Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Later. This cold isn't something normal flesh could withstand.
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
A one-time enemy. Blade and flight. Practice is over. Swords descend.
Ready for death.
Lance at the ready.
God damn it, he just... Every other turn is his!
No intro.
It's interesting when she has that move unlocked, you have to use it.
Alright, let me make sure nothing's missing. Excellent. The calming valerian and chi strengthening infusions are here. Let's head back. Never make a patient wait too long. Apologies again for the delay. This prescription won't cure you, but it will nourish your body and calm your mind.
Very well. The fate of a long-life species is inevitable, even with the best doctors.
You're Mara-struck? I don't see the symptoms in you at all. What with the incident on the Law Fu, I've treated a number of Mara-stricken patients recently. They all presented with signs of incoherence, delirium, or frightening physical mutations. You don't seem to have any of that.
I made a deal that allowed me to retain what life I had left in me. I may be sane, but one thing is certain. My mind is already at its limit. And yet, I still have many unfulfilled wishes and plenty of unfinished business.
I see. So you've learned to live with your illness. I can't help much with issues of the spirit, but the medical records do mention that calming the mind is a way to heal the body. If you're able to forget about the past, there might be a chance for your symptoms to regress.
Really? How unfortunate. My hatred overshadows my other emotions. I chose to hold on to it, to embrace it, and to use it to maintain my existence. All I have left are the sword in my hand and my hatred of the past. If I am without either of them, I would fall into an empty void. Thank you for your advice, Dragon Lady. Meeting you has provided more healing than any kind of medicine or remedy. By the way, among those you've treated in recent days, did you notice a person in bandages?
Bandages? That's a vague description, you know. I'm not sure. We get injured patients from all over the Xianzhou for treatment, and the number of injuries we see has skyrocketed since the Ambrosia Arbor crisis.
The person I'm inquiring about is tall, with a serious expression. He also carries a crude sword with him at all times. Have you seen someone like that, Dragon Lady?
Oh, yes! Someone came by today that matches that description. He must have suffered some kind of sword wound. He had a strong scent of blood, though from the way he behaved, it must have been fairly minor. He didn't even take the medicine I prescribed.
He's probably looking for a different kind of medicine. Well then, it would seem that everything is in place. Let's go meet our old friend. Take this man away. This does not involve him.
Yanqing.
And so, everyone is present. I never thought the High Cloud Quintet would be able to gather again in the same place after hundreds of years. If I remember correctly, the five of us made a promise here 7 centuries ago. We promised that no matter what happened, we would gather here together and share a drink. How sad that Scale Gorge waterscape remains empty while the world continues to turn. Some of us have been reborn, while others were denied death. Some have become criminals, while others can no longer fulfill their promises. And in the end, our friendship is no more. Soon, I will be shackled and tried. This will be the last you see of me. This is why I sent out the invitations before departing, hoping that everyone would be gathered here for my final farewell. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. Imbibitor Lunae, the chief culprit, chose to use the transmutation arcanum as a means of resurrection, begetting terrible transformation and great calamity in the process. He dishonored the name of the fallen. Ying Sing, the accomplice, arrogant and oblivious, used the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to assist Imbibitor Lunae in his evil. He fell, becoming an immortal abomination. As for Jing Liu, the sinner, she succumbed to Mara, slaughtered her people, and abandoned her oath. Now it is time we pay for what we have done. Dan Heng, you can never escape the shadow of Imbibitor Lunae. He is your origin, and his sins will accompany you in your path forward until you meet your eventual doom. Blade, what a fitting name. In the remainder of your infinite life, you will experience only murder and your own death, all the while pleading for a place to rest. This is the only way you are able to relinquish Ying Sing's regrets. And I will face the punishment of the Alliance and suffer an eternal punishment before paying an even worse price. That is the only way to keep the memory of the pain of the past from fading away. High Cloud Quintet, it is time to say goodbye.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god, we're still counted in a dungeon! We've been doing this for over an hour, dude! For fuck's sake.
A wineless gathering, accompanied by only sadness and bitterness. What a depressing reunion.
This is just an hour-long movie.
Jing Yuan, is it not time you sent me to the Shuling?
The laws of the Alliance cannot be subject to change. Unfortunately, your next stop will be the Yuchi. I reported everything to the Marshal, and the Seer strategist just so happened to take an interest in the case. They set up a Deca light reflection barrier in hopes of meeting the two of you beforehand.
Jing Yuan, you haven't changed at all. Always trying to destroy the plans of others. But in the end, whether it be you, me, the Cloud Knights, or the generals of the Rainbow Arbiter, we are all just pawns in a game of the gods. I am sick and tired of treading on a predetermined path. No matter, I will deviate if you insist, but this does not change how things will end. Ultimately, I will stand on the side of victory.
Then I shall see this gamble through.
Wait. Jing Liu, before you leave, you still owe me my due.
I have tried. Besides inflicting more wounds on your body, there is nothing else I can do for you. The immortality that you possess is not something that can be dealt with so easily. I am sure Destiny's Slave already told you that the swords of mortals are incapable of killing someone with the flesh of an emanator.
He did. But you still owe me the attempt.
I told you when I taught you the way of the sword. I am uninterested in drawing my blade against someone who does not long for life, who wants only to be slaughtered.
You will only draw against an opponent. Jingliu, allow me to repay you for your teachings.
Savor the moment. I will deliver you a brief moment of death. We were here once, 700 years ago. Laughing, sparring, and thinking about the future. Their faces still linger before my eyes, like a bygone dream. I thought those joyful days would flow indefinitely before us, like a Xianzhou lifetime. Yet, dreams will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
A familiar feeling. Almost as if we've returned to my first sword lesson. You used the sword Insing crafted, and pierced, sliced, and impaled me time and time again. The swordplay used to slay our enemies of old is still engraved on this despicable shell. All I can do is watch my flesh become severed, healed, and restored. It's as if they're saying, why? Why did you and Imbibitor Lunae commit such an unforgivable sin? I know that you have no interest in my answer. Which is why I asked the question as you looked me straight in the eye. I've asked myself that same question infinite times, but was never able to find the answer. Why? Why is it that only the abominations can return time and time again? Why does someone like her have to be buried, burned to ash, and eventually forgotten? Why? In the end, you unleashed the final piercing blow and left both me and the sword in the withered grave. The miraculous thing is that in my brief moment of death, all the pain went away. Like when we drank to drown our sorrows.
Still, wow, okay. That was actually a cool cutscene, the fight part. Although near the end of the fight, it kind of got weird and jumpy into like different scenes.
Imbibitor Lunae, what do you plan on doing next?
Once this gathering ends, I will return to the Express to continue my journey.
The Express won't be able to carry you forever. Your friends all have burdens of their own, just as we did back then. I did think about giving up on revenge, and letting go of everything when I fled the Lawfu years ago. However, as time passed, it became more and more clear. It was like an old friend that accompanied me every passing day, always nagging in my ear. The memories of what I did when I was Mara-struck are deeply rooted. Since I am unable to rid myself of them, I decided to face them head-on in the end. Maybe when I witness the fall of the abundance, you and Ying Sing will find true release. Goodbye, Imbibitor Lunae.
Dan Heng, the General wants me to forget about everything I saw today. I understand. These disputes are far too complicated for me right now. Swordplay is a lot simpler. I have some close friends of my own in the Cloud Knights. Will we fall out the way you guys did?
No, we did some main character shit.
Goodbye for now, Dan Heng. I hope the next time we meet, it'll be under happier circumstances.
She's gone. All this must have seemed like a silly performance to someone newly reborn. But I am unable to prevent my old friends from taking sides against one another. Who you are is a question that only you can find the answer to. Even if the Preceptor's interference denied you a true rebirth. Yes. It has been a long day for you, Dan Heng.
Meanwhile, with our edgelord friend. Of course, his name is...
She couldn't do it with her sword either. She still couldn't do it. We have no choice but to continue the pursuit. This is the price the two of us must pay.
I will see it through.
Elio's script still requires you to stay alive. For now. I don't mind prolonging my vengeance. It might be more interesting that way.
Their backstory seems very interesting. Although I'm not a big fan of how they kind of handled talking about each person's past life by it just kind of being a monologue by her. But that would be kind of a hard thing to really... I wish, I don't know, maybe they did something. Maybe not a full-on cover, but maybe just artwork passed by as she's talking about it. That could have... We are done for today, guys. finished up 2 different storylines. Okay, yes. I think next time we're just gonna continue with the main story because we keep on running into people where it feels like I don't think we've really met them yet, so I don't know what's up with that. Although we are in version 2.1. The PC version of this has been out for a while, and when it got over to PlayStation, like there was already a bunch of, I don't know if we've missed the content or if they kind of just been backlogging it in or what, but I have not been consistent in playing this at all, so I feel like we have probably, like, we're out of rhythm with some of the quests that we're doing and some of the people we're talking to, unfortunately, which is super annoying to me personally. I think we're just going to continue with the main story next time, just keep pushing forward with that. In terms of quests, yeah, there's this. It's weird. I don't know. It's like there's character quests, but it's like I don't know how we're unlocking them or getting them. Like this quest that we just did was clearly like a character-driven quest, but I don't know why we had it or when we unlocked it or what we did to get it. And if like maybe talking to the people on here will get us more of those, or like how that works. In Genshin, it's super easy where it's like, here's missions, here's like a sub thing that you go to, and then shabam. You got other stuff. Oh, hello. Oh, so we're proceeding forward. There were 2 sides. How? How did we get these? And it looks like, honestly, there's not a lot more story, it looks like. Oh, actually, no, never mind. Okay, so that's a normal amount. That's literally a full story arc's worth. I don't know what this available thing is. Supposed to be. They all got these available marks, but I'm afraid to select anything that it might put us back in the story or something, or that story mark. Yeah, we should probably move on place. We're gonna do that next time. Oh, yeah, that is it for today. The end of day 1323 of streaming in a row. Tomorrow we're just gonna be doing some more, and then Thursday we're gonna do Genshin. I have been grinding in Genshin, collecting some stuff, and just the treasure chests and stuff like that in Oculum. That has been a very slow grind, and it's just one of those things where it's like you spend 4 hours working on it, and then it's like, cool, you still have like 2 levels to go, and you're like a quarter way through the one that you're working on, and it's just like the grinding in this fucking game. And it's not even necessarily like just fight the enemies grinding. It's like this annoying, obsessive, compulsive, every inch of the map you must meticulously look over, or else you'll miss something somewhere kind of thing. And it's just like, oh, fuck. So I've been dealing with that bullshit. Well, we're gonna get back into Genshin on Thursday. We're gonna go over the stream that happened last Friday. That's gonna be talking about the next update, which there does seem to be quite a bit of new stuff happening. New character, super dope, and who's going to be a harbinger, which we don't get too many harbingers from Fatui as playable characters. I think we only have 2. We have Child and Wanderer, and I think those are the only 2 that we have. But we're about to get a 3rd one, and I'm not sure. There's going to be some new areas, but again, it's one of those ones where it's kind of vague, where it's like I don't know if they're a physical area or if it's more of a like special event kind of area, where it's like, oh, we enter this new region for a limited time kind of thing. Like the new area that just came out, I thought that's what that was going to be, and I was wrong on that. So we'll see if the next update is going to do that or what. But there's definitely new zones going to be happening next time, which we'll be able to check out. But yeah, that is it for today, guys. Thank you for coming out and hanging out. Like always, links down below for my Twitter, where I tweet out every day when I'm online and what I'm playing. Those links over to my other YouTube channel. Links over to my YouTube channel, where all my previous streams are uploaded and archived over there. I'll catch you all tomorrow as we will continue with the main story. Like, yeah, we have 2 missions here. We're gonna go with this one. And we're gonna be continuing this time. Yep.